Hi boys and girls, I'm Bob Weide, and this is Trailers from Hell. If Trailers from Hell started as a means of paying tribute to B-movies and cheesy guilty pleasures, well, today we're doing a complete 180 and really classing up the joint with one of the greatest and most beloved films of all time, Francois Truffaut's masterpiece and his first feature, 1959's The 400 Blows, or in my very bad French, Les 400 coups. I'm so not worthy to even talk about this picture, but I love it so much, I'm gonna try.
Toute la presse en émoi. Ce gosse vient de faire éclater une bombe.
The 400 Blows may not technically be the first film of the French New Wave, but it did put the movement squarely on the map to the point where even foreigners, like us Americans, took notice. In the 1950s, the French film magazine Cahiers du Cinéma employed a number of young, cocky film lovers and critics who were pretty harsh on the state of then-current French cinema and yearned for a revolution that would lead to more personal films, a tenet of the recently coined auteur theory. One of the harshest and most outspoken critics for Cahiers was 26-year-old upstart Francois Truffaut, when he and his fellow critics, Jean-Luc Godard, Jacques Rivette, Claude Chabrol, Eric Rohmer, and others, were challenged to put their theories where their mouths were. Well, they did just that and changed cinema forever. For his feature debut, Truffaut chose childhood as his motif. But The 400 Blows is not a sentimental and nostalgic look back on the good old days. Truffaut himself said the film explores a series of painful memories, which was how he remembered his own childhood. With humorless teachers, punitive parents, apathetic grown-ups at every turn, the film is gritty and foreboding, and childhood is presented as something to be survived rather than celebrated. But even if the young subject's life is oppressive, the film is not. There are light moments, there are laughs, and the film is anything but depressing. After auditioning many young non-actors, Truffaut hit pay dirt when he discovered 13-year-old Jean-Pierre Léaud to play the lead role of Antoine Doinel. Doinel has a lot in common with Truffaut, but the film isn't literally autobiographical. In fact, Truffaut found young Léaud such a worthy collaborator that the Doinel character is ultimately a hybrid between director and actor. Léaud's performance is revelatory. In fact, all the performances by both children and adults are so naturalistic, there are times you'll think you're watching a documentary. Adding to the verisimilitude, if I may use a $10 word, are the scenes where Truffaut lets Léaud improvise on a prepared theme. Most notably when he's being interviewed by a psychologist at the observation center. The camera remains fixed on the young actor the entire time, and if you remember only one scene years later, it will be that one. The entire film is shot on location, so it also stands as a remarkable document of Paris in the late 50s. The evocative score by Jean Constantine hits just the right note, no pun intended, and the iconic final frame of the film has inspired reams of interpretation, but to my mind is a perfect moment in cinema history, and one reason why the film stays with you forever. Truffaut, incidentally, would be awarded the prize for Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival in 1959 for his feature debut. Over the next 20 years, Truffaut and Léaud would pop in again on the life of Antoine Doinel in one short film and 3 more features: Stolen Kisses, Bed and Board, and Love on the Run. Criterion has released the entire collection as the Antoine Doinel cycle. So do yourself a favor, put aside a weekend, binge on the whole collection, and prepare for one of the most enjoyable cinematic experiences imaginable, without comic book heroes, aliens, explosions, or special effects. But it all starts with The 400 Blows.